In a cozy, sun-drenched room, a little lion cub named Leo stood awake. Today was a very special day. It was his first day at Wildwood Academy. He looked at his bright green backpack, a mix of excitement and nerves bubbling inside. He carefully packed his favorite storybook, a small, worn-out tale about a brave little squirrel. A comfort for the unknown. Standing at his bedroom door, Leo took a deep breath. The big world awaited, and his little heart thumped with anticipation. His mum, a gentle lioness, knelt beside him, offering a reassuring nuzzle. "You have a wonderful day, my brave cub," she whispered, hand in paw. They walked towards the school. The morning air was fresh, filled with the chirping of birds and rustling leaves. And then he saw it. Wildwood Academy, a magnificent, colorful building, shaped like a giant hollowed-out tree, stood before them. A whimsical sign, carved from wood and adorned with leaves, proudly proclaimed its name. Wildwood Academy, it read. Young animals, big and small, bustled excitedly through the gates. Zebras, elephants, and hippos, all eager for their day. Leo watched them, his golden eyes wide with wonder. A tiny pang of nervousness still lingered, but curiosity pulled him forward. With a final squeeze from his mum, Leo took a brave step through the grand, leafy archway of the school gate. His adventure began. Inside, the hallway buzzed with friendly chatter. Leo followed the sounds, his paws padding softly on the mossy floor. He peeked into a classroom, and there she was, Miss Gazelle, his teacher, with a kind smile and sparkling eyes. Miss Gazelle, with her colorful scarf flowing, offered a warm nod. "Welcome, Leo," she said, her voice as gentle as a breeze. The classroom was a cozy haven filled with tiny wooden desks and soft, mossy carpets. Sunlight streamed through leafy windows. Ms. Gazelle guided Leo to an empty seat. "You can sit right here, next to Barnaby." She gestured with a graceful hoof. Leo carefully settled into his seat. Next to him, a husky brown bear cub with a blue cap turned and offered a friendly wave. It was Barnaby. He had a honey jar lunchbox on his desk. "Hi!" Barnaby grunted, a warm smile on his face. Leo, still a little shy, gave a small, nervous nod. He instinctively pulled his tiny mane forward, hiding his face slightly. Miss Gazelle announced the first activity. Drawing. Leo looked at his blank paper, unsure where to begin. He picked up a crayon, but his paws felt clumsy. It was hard to hold it just right, and his drawing looked wobbly. Barnaby, busy coloring his own picture, noticed Leo's struggle. He paused, his friendly eyes full of understanding. "Here?" Barnaby rumbled softly, holding out a bright yellow crayon. "This one's good for sunshine." Leo looked at the crayon, then at Barnaby's kind face. A small, hesitant smile began to form on his own. He took the crayon, his paw brushing Barnabas. A tiny spark of friendship ignited between the two cubs. Soon both cubs were drawing side by side, their crayons dancing across the paper. Leo's wobbly lines became confident strokes. Their drawings, simple yet full of heart, showed a bright yellow sun and a friendly green tree. A shared creation. Later, Miss Gazelle gathered them for story time. Her voice, rich and soothing, filled the room with tales of jungle heroes. Leo listened intently, his golden eyes fixed on the colorful illustrations. He imagined himself as the brave hero in the story. Next,
They learned about numbers using colorful fruit.
Leo carefully counted the juicy berries, feeling a little more confident. He even helped a little squirrel cub find the right number of acorns for his basket. A small act of kindness. During a group activity, Leo found his cubby, a small, leafy nook just for him. He proudly placed his backpack inside. He watched other children playing happily, their laughter echoing through the classroom. He felt a warmth spreading in his chest.
Ms. Gazelle smiled at all her students.
"Remember, every day is a new adventure," she encouraged, "and every friend is a treasure." Suddenly, a giant hanging coconut, acting as the school bell, rang loudly. It was time for recess.
The cubs cheered, rushing out of the classroom like a joyful stampede.
Leo, though still a little reserved, felt a pull towards the fun. The playground was a vibrant jungle wonderland. Vines for swinging, mossy slides, and tree swings awaited. Leo stood near a tall, winding slide, watching the other animals play.
He longed to join, but his shyness held him back.
Then a familiar voice called out, "Leo, come, play tag with us."
It was Barnaby, waving from a group of playful cubs. Leo hesitated, his paws shuffling.
Could he really join them? His heart pounded with a mix of fear and excitement. Barnaby trotted over, a friendly nudge encouraging him. "It's fun, Leo. Come on," he urged with a grin.
Taking a deep breath, Leo took a brave step forward.
He joined the game, a little clumsy at first, but determined. Soon he was running with the other animals, his tiny mane fluttering in the wind.
Laughter bubbled up from deep inside him.
His nervousness melted away, replaced by pure, unadulterated joy. He was playing. He was laughing. He was one of them.
Other cubs smiled and played alongside him, their movements fluid and carefree.
He felt a sense of belonging he hadn't known before. He slid down the mossy slide with a whoosh, swung on a vine like a monkey, and climbed a sturdy tree trunk. A wide, confident smile spread across his face.
He fit right in, a brave little lion cub in a world of new friends.
The giant coconut bell rang again, signaling the end of recess.
The cubs gathered, their faces flushed with play. Leo and Barnaby walked together, chatting happily about their game.
Their friendship, born of a shared crayon, had blossomed. At the classroom door, Leo high-fived Barnaby, a gesture of true friendship. "See you tomorrow,"
Barnaby rumbled. Ms. Gazelle stood at the exit, waving goodbye to each student. Her kind smile radiated warmth and pride.
Leo walked out the school gates, his green backpack bouncing lightly. He looked much more confident than he had that morning. And by looking at Wildwood Academy, the giant tree school, a wide, happy smile spread across his face. He couldn't wait for tomorrow, for more adventures, more learning, and more fun with his new friends. His first day was a triumph. As the sun began to set, casting warm, golden hues, Leo skipped home, his heart full of joy and new memories. He knew Wildwood Academy was more than just a school. It was a place where little cubs like him could grow, learn, and belong.